Alright, this is the walkthrough video for the Rockwood Ultra 2104. Up front you have the front tongue jack to raise and lower the tongue, your 7-way, your chains, breakaway cable here. That's an emergency brake, so if the trailer were to come off and the chains broke, that pin would come out and lock up the brakes. 2 batteries up front, and then your propane tanks are under this cover, and that just slides up. So there's 2 20-pound tanks. To turn them on, you just turn this valve open. Same on that side. Then you have your regulator right here. That controls the pressure of the gas. And then you have a little lever right here with an arrow. It's telling you what tank it's drawing from. And right there you can see it's green. That little window right there, that means there's gas going through it. If this tank goes empty, that'll turn to red, and if the other tank is on, the little valve inside will automatically switch over to the other tank and start drawing from there, but that'll still be red, indicating that this is empty. And then if you want to take that one off to go get it filled, just switch that over, and then that'll turn green again. Make sure the gas doesn't come out of here. A little light right there with a switch on the bottom. Then on the side you have your city water hookup right here. So that's where you hook up your hose with the pressure regulator, then hook up to the campground water. Then your water heater's right here. That tab just twists and then cover comes down. This is the anno rod. It's also your plug. It just fits right in that hole, and then you tighten it down. That is so that the water and calcium will eat at that rod instead of the tank. This is gas and electric. For the electric, the switch is just right here, right there. So you have on and off. Make sure you have the tank full of water before you turn on the gas and electric. If you turn on the electric, the burner will burn out, and then you'll have to replace that. If you turn the gas on when it's empty, it'll melt the styrofoam. Might cause some damage to things. And for the gas, the switch is inside, and that light's on its own, so you don't have to come out here and light a pilot. Then you have storage right here, and the little door hold back right there. So you open that up, open the door, and that'll just hold it there. Nice little storage, and your freshwater tank is in here. And the back of the water heater is right there. Moving down, this is the exhaust for the furnace. When you're using that, just make sure nothing's in the way of that, blocking the airflow or too close to it, because that gets pretty hot, so it might melt whatever's in its way. Also, it gets pretty hot, so don't touch it while you're using it, or else you get burned. Up above it's an outside shower, so you can wash greasy dishes outside, or if you have something dirty you need to rinse off. Up here, this is a vent for the stovetop, and there's just little tabs on each side that just twist down, and then the little flap can open up. It's a little hard to see, but the little flap will open up, and then when you're traveling, just make sure these tabs are closed so that stays closed, so no water gets inside or any bugs or stuff. Right here, this is the back of the fridge. You'll never have to come back here and get in there. That's just where we service it. And this little black hose hanging out is the drain for the condensation. So it's not dripping inside, it'll drip outside. Below that is your power, where you hook up your power cord. It's a 30 amp service, and that just twists and then you wiggle it out. You can see that bottom hole to plug it in is L-shaped, so there's only one way for this to go on. You just match it up with the prongs, and it just slides on. I can do it one-handed. Alright, so you just wiggle it on, and then you give it a twist to lock it, and then you have a little coupler right here. You just twist that on and it'll lock it on, just in case it doesn't come loose or anything and cause a surge. Below that is your sewer outlets. So this cap will just twist off, and then you twist your sewer hose on there and put the other end in the campground sewer inlet. On the right is the black tank. That's your bigger valve. The black tank is your toilet water. And that little handle will just slide out, open it up to drain it. And then your gray tank is over there, same thing. Usually you pull the black tank first. Once that's empty, close it, then pull the gray tank to flush out your sewer hose so it doesn't leave a mess in it. On each four corners, there's a stabilizer jack. Little drive nut right here, and there's a crank. Also, it's a three-quarter inch socket will fit on that, so you can use a drill to crank them down and save time. With those, you just want to crank them down until they hit the ground. After you get your camper leveled and stuff and unhooked, you'll crank those down until they hit the ground, and then give it half to 3/4 of a turn just to put a little pressure on it. You don't want to try and raise the camper to change a tire or whatever with them. It will bend these jacks. In the rear, just your spare tire. And then this, you have your cable hookups, and there is also a phone jack right there, so you can have a landline connected to this. And then inside, on the passenger side, right here you have some outlets. This little cap right here, you have a quick connect for LP, and then there's a grill that'll connect on here, and then you just connect that line to the grill, or if you have your own grill you can do that. Then you have your freshwater tank fill right here, so your portable water, and all you have to do is just stick your hose in here. It doesn't screw to anything, it'll just sit in there and it's gravity fed. You just turn on the water until it's pouring out, or you have a monitor panel inside to check how full the tanks are. And then that's more storage on this side. I'll open that up. And the same thing, you have a little door holdback right here. So there's the crank for the stabilizer jack. And then this little rod right here is for your awning. So to use this, right up here is a little latch you pull down. And then on each arm, you have little push pins right here. You squeeze together and it'll unlock the arm. Oh, bless me. And then you have the strap that the rod goes in right there, and then you pull it out. Then once you get it all the way pulled out, then there'll be arms that will slide up to the end of it, which is connected to this knob. then you'll tighten it up, and it'll just add support to the top, and you can adjust how far it goes out and stuff by pulling this up and then just raising it up. Then your steps, these just pull out, so you grab right here and it slides out, and then the bottom one just folds down. And then your grab handle right here, you just lift up on it and twist it, and that's all the way out. So that's everything outside. We'll move inside in the next video.